Hello everyone, I'm here with you today to share an old family recipe. It is my grandma's banana bread, so let's go ahead and get started. Now we're going to get 2 cups of flour to start. And we're going to get a teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. And now we're just going to go ahead and whisk this together. And now that that is thoroughly combined, we're going to go ahead and add our wheat germ. This is half a cup of wheat germ. Now let's just go ahead and whisk this in. Now let's go ahead and add our sugar. And we're just going to go ahead and whisk this in. It is a little bit stiffer now, but our whisk is still our best friend here. And there we go, it is all whisked up, so now all of our dry ingredients are done, so we're going to go ahead and set it off to the side. Alright, it's time now for our wet ingredients. We're going to start right here. I have 2 cups of mashed banana, and we're just going to go ahead and add this in here. And I'm just going to go ahead and use my spatula so we get all of our yummy bananas out. And there we go. That's pretty good. So now I'm just going to get this mixer and go ahead and beat it up because I want the banana to be a little bit more fine before we add the rest of our ingredients. Now that our mashed banana is smooth, we're going to go ahead and add the rest of our wet ingredients. So right here is 1/3 cup of milk and 1/3 cup of oil. Now we're just going to go ahead and pour that in. And now we're just going to add our 2 large eggs right here. And finally, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And in it goes. So now we're just going to go ahead and mix this up until it's thoroughly combined. And now it looks pretty combined, so we're going to want to go ahead and add our dry ingredients to this. So let's just go ahead and pour this in. We're going to want to be careful now to not overmix this because it'll make our banana bread a little bit tough. And let's just go ahead and mix this in. We're going to want to do it on low speed because we also don't want our flour to go everywhere, because it tends to do that if you turn the mixer on too high. And you know what now? It is mixed in a little bit more, so I think we're going to want to add our nuts now because we don't want it to be overmixed. And also, I think I'm going to switch to my spatula because I don't want the beater to overmix this batter. So now we're just going to fold all of our ingredients in, which is the remaining flour and our nuts. And the nuts are clumping a little bit in the middle. But there we go, that's pretty good. Now we're going to go ahead and transfer our batter to a greased pan. We're just going to go ahead and start by dumping this in. Now I'm just going to use our spatula here to help scoop any excess batter that is still stuck on our bowl. And there we go, that's pretty much all of our batter. Alright, it's time for our bread to go into the oven. I think I'm going to bake it for about an hour. The recipe says it should bake for around 60 to 70 minutes, but I'm going to check it at 1 hour, and we'll see how cooked it is then. So let's go ahead and set our timer for an hour now. Alright, there we go. It has now been a full hour, and now I'm going to go ahead and check our bread. Oh, wow. Look at how much it rose. It almost hit the top rack there. In fact, it did a little bit. It looks nice and brown on the outside. But I'm going to go ahead and do the old-fashioned toothpick test. So the way you do that is you're just going to want to go ahead and insert a toothpick into the middle of our bread. I think I'll pick about like right here. And we're going to want to see if it comes out clean. And that'll tell us if our bread is done or not. Seems pretty clean to me. But it feels a little bit soft here. It feels really gooey and sticky. And if I poke it in there, looks really dirty. Not so dirty if you go here. So I think I might put that in for like another 5 minutes or so and go ahead and check it out then. Alright, it's been about 10 minutes, so let's go ahead and do the toothpick test again. And boom, look, not a single speck. Oops, but yeah, there's no more batter on our bread anymore, so yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and let it cool. Alright, it's time to try our banana bread, but first of all, you may be wondering, what are all these snickerdoodles doing here on the stove? Well, while this was cooling, it was taking a while to cool, so I got kind of bored and I decided, let's go ahead and make some snickerdoodles, and actually we just bought a 25-pound bag of flour, so I thought we might as well use some of our flour up, but these are featured in my previous video, which I'll go ahead and put at the end of this video, but I just made these for my friends, and I brought it to them for Easter. I kind of do pre-recording, so we're kind of all mixed up. This is actually the day before Easter that we're recording. Well, let's just go ahead and try this banana bread anyways. It looks very nice. Has a nice deep brown on it, and it still feels very soft in the middle. So let's just go ahead and give this a taste. Outside is slightly chewy and kind of crispy on the outer layer. Inside is very soft and fluffy. And it has a very strong banana flavor. It's very sweet. I think it's because our bananas were really ripe. And we have little bits of walnuts, but they're not too big. But I do think this could use a little bit more walnuts. Like maybe next time I'd use 3/4 of a cup of walnuts instead of half a cup of walnuts. But still very good. I'd have to give it an 8 out of 10. So I really do recommend that you make this recipe because I definitely enjoyed it.